John.
Hey guys, look, every vote matters, especially in Florida. And that's why both candidates were barnstorming there yesterday. But there's one key constituency that Republicans could take for granted. And I'm talking about the military vote. Get this, 1 in 5 military absentee ballots were cast in Florida 4 years ago. That's more than any other state. Now in 2016, exit polls showed that Trump won 60% of the military vote, but they've had a bit of a rocky relationship ever since. Trump's streams of insults at American military leaders, and reported disrespect over fallen soldiers' graves overseas, which he denies, obviously don't help. Neither does his abandonment of American allies, his repeated praise of autocrats around the world, his threat to use troops against protesters, or retweeting baseless conspiracy theories about the bin Laden group. Now, it's also notable that 2 of Trump's favorite lies have to do with the military. He's tried to take credit for the Veterans Choice Program more than 160 times. In fact, the deal was sponsored by John McCain and Bernie Sanders and signed by President Obama. And here's the other.
One of the world's most overrated generals told me, "Sir, we don't have ammunition." I said, "That should never be said to another president again. And now we have so much ammunition, we don't know what to do with it." So we have totally rebuilt our military.
Of course, the military was not out of ammunition when Trump came into office, and no, he didn't totally rebuild our military. But all this may be why Joe Biden has received the endorsement of nearly 800 retired top military and national security officials who slammed President Trump in an unprecedented letter, writing, "He is not equal to the enormous responsibilities of his office. Our allies no longer trust or respect us, and our enemies no longer fear us." But it's Trump war on counting eligible ballots that arrive after Election Day that might really burn him.
Hopefully, the few states remaining that want to take a lot of time after November 3rd to count ballots, that won't be allowed by the various courts.
You see, it's more than likely that military ballots will get caught in the president's attempted purge. The military has voted safely by mail since the Civil War, folks, and many states allow military ballots to be counted well after polls close. Now, Trump tried this trick 2 years ago and got serious blowback in Florida, tweeting, "The Florida election should be called in favor of Rick Scott and Ron DeSantis, and that large numbers of new ballots showed up out of nowhere. And many ballots are missing or forged. An honest vote count is no longer possible. Ballots massively infected. Must go with election night." Sound familiar? But many of those new ballots that showed up out of nowhere were military ballots. Trump's claims of fraud were baseless. The votes were counted, and in that case, Republicans won. But it was all a red flag that highlighted Trump's undemocratic impulses, again on full display this election. But whether it's military votes in Florida or in other states with high military absentee ballot rates like hotly contested North Carolina or Texas, the principle should remain the same. Count every eligible vote. To do anything less is an insult to the freedom and democracy that generations of American soldiers have fought and died to give to us. And that's your reality check.